And now to an Ask Payne. A whole lot of you guys are always asking about how can you get ahead if the rich are getting richer, right, and they're hogging up all the wealth. Well, I want to talk about that because the myth that the 1%, this handful of people like Scrooge McDuck and his friends, have all the cash and they hoard it and they pass it on from generation to generation forever is a false narrative. It is designed by politicians to raise your taxes, to punish success, and in the process, it actually ends up keeping the masses indebted to Washington. We're just going to discuss it. The myth and the morality of confiscating wealth, and also the need to create your own personal fortune. Back with us is Shah and Jason. Shah, I'll start with you on this. You know, the Obama administration and progressives always put out this one chart that goes back to 1979 to now, and it shows how much the 1% own of total wealth. And the number goes straight up. But the inference is that the 1% in 1979 are the same 1% now, and they just grabbed the greater share, when in fact, we know it's a fact. After one generation, wealth goes away. 70% is gone after one round of kids. And by the time the last grandchild is dead, 90% of that wealth is gone. It does not move indefinitely with generation to generation.
I think that whole myth is really a bunch of rubbish. This is America, and the 1% has grown exponentially. So the number of people who are in that 1% category, there are a lot more people in there. America provides the opportunities to create wealth, and that's what this country is great for. So this whole mythology of the 1% is this 1% and it's static and it's not growing is rubbish. This is the greatest place on the planet to make money, to grow your wealth, and to become successful. What you do with it is up to you. But this is where the opportunity is. And as far as the government taking it in terms of taxes, they're entitled to take a little bit, but they take too much. And as far as
but listen, we've got Hillary Clinton throwing out a plan. You know, how would we pay for it? 1%. Every time we get a plan, the 1%, because of course they can afford it because they've got more of the cash. Right. But again, Jason, I'm sure you're in business to help people become wealthy or wealthier.
Of course, that's a safe assumption to make, Charles. I mean, basically, just to kind of refer back to the points the guests and yourself were making, there's a new generation of multimillionaires and at this point, billionaires every 20, 30 years. I mean, Mark Zuckerberg didn't inherit $40 billion. You know what I mean? Steve Jobs didn't inherit his billions of dollars. I mean, I could go on and on and on. So the fact is, I mean, even 2 years ago, there are stories of teenagers selling their new apps to Yahoo for like $30 million. So there is something to be said for having an idea and executing it. And, you know, even to the parents out there, this is kind of a tangent, but kids need to be exposed to success stories and not expect handouts. And I think the more we do that as a society, the better off we'll be.
You know, I'm glad you brought that up because back in the day, we used to talk about this a lot. The Horatio Alger stories, they were big sellers and people would go to the dime store and buy these 5-cent nickel pamphlets. But essentially, they were real life stories of people who pulled themselves up by the bootstrap. The foundation, one of the key foundations of America's success. So how can people do that now? How can we articulate that? Because I think it's even beyond tech. I have a kid who came to my house this week, worked on the plumbing. He's probably 27, started out of high school with his dad. Now he's got his own business. This kid's going to be rich one day. How do we get his story out there so the viewers don't give up on the American dream?
There are lots of stories out there. I'm one of those stories. My success has been by hard work, and I've had the opportunity here in America. So we moved here from England. I didn't really know anything, didn't even know what to do and how to create a career. This country afforded me that opportunity. I found a way, and I made it. And that's a great opportunity that this country affords. So it's hard work.
Do you tell everyone your story, or are you bashful?
Yeah, so I'm proud of my story. It's about hard work. It's about opportunity that America affords everybody who's here. I don't care who you are, what color you are, what race you are, what you believe in. This country affords you that opportunity, and that's what people have to understand.
So the bottom line, guys, is that, you know, I know you're going to hear this a lot in sound bites over the whole political spectrum between now and the election. Don't believe it. There's no such thing as generational wealth going on forever. In the meantime, you can change your life. Thanks a lot, guys.